Okay, now we're good. Alright. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to COTA. 3.55, well, 3.49 mile track. I might say a 3.5 mile road course. These doozy of drivers are going to go out there and embarrass themselves, but give me 1 second. Let me fix this race information real quick, and then I'll go ahead and pull it up. So for now, I'll just let Will talk. Walking down. All things home to me. Okay, everything else is the same. Alright. So I'll go over race information here. So, as we see here, we are in Austin, Texas. The configuration layout will be the Grand Prix. Current track temps 108 degrees. Weather is 69 degrees, 37% humidity, partly cloudy with a 2-mile-per-hour wind. They have 15 laps, which is 51 miles. Their fuel is not 80%, it's 75. Let's give that a quick fix real quick. It's always been that way. But there we go. 75%, 4 sets of tires, 1 quick fix. Stage brake is lap 5. They do not have any green-white checkers. And that will do that. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Mr. Roberts, you here? Probably not. That's okay. So a lot of lefts, a lot of right turns, a lot of elevation changes, which originally this track was just oh man. Right as we do that, there he went. Hmm. All right. Now, let me go ahead and go over the starting grid here. So starting P1 would be Brandon Moore, P2 would be Sammy Archibald, P3 David Berry, P4 Zach Deusser, P5 Mike Slaughter, P6 Nick Rader, P7 JD O'Brien, P8 Troy Daggett, P9 would be Pete Woodrum, P10 would be Alex Cure, P11 would be Josh Small, P12 would be Anthony Line, P13 would be Zach Rongich, P14 would be Philip Bridgman, P15 would be Chris Campbell, P16 to be Mark Berry, P17 to be Aaron Bradford, P18 to be Tyler Myers, P19 to be Xavier Salgado, P20 will be Joe Stipe, and P21 will be Paul Alassen. Oh, pull up my map here. Troy will be alright. Troy's pretty good. Wherever he goes, 9 times out of 10. Like I said, there's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and a lot of whoopsies and a lot of doozies. So as we get ready for them to come on by.
Green, green, green.
My apologies, Brian.
See a lot of doozies already. They all got through the first turn really good.
Well, that's fantastic, Brian. That's exactly what you want. You want to get through the first few sets of corners in and out of the S's, looking like we're doing pretty good, too, up to the top of the hill here in just a couple of corners' time. Two turns here, or 20. Let me get my handy-dandy cellular device out, Brian, and let me get to the bottom of it, because I don't, you know me, I don't like spreading lies. I don't like lying about, how many turns one track has compared to another. But it is such a technical track. Troy Daggett getting squarely coming down to turn, this is either 10 or 11. We'll get to that in just momentarily here. Thank you. But man, oh man, look at this field too, stacked. Sir?
I think there's 17 turns.
Like I said, we're getting there, Brian. Hold on. It is 3.4 miles. And 20 turns. Hey, I was right with the gut instinct. I'm pretty sure I said 20. 20 turns here.
Oh, 15 went around off the 25.
And that's very easy to do coming to this one of the most technical parts of the section, the stadium part of this circuit. Can you send me the link?
Oh, yeah.
No, I can go find it.
I got it right here. Right here, like this. My bad, I thought I did it already.
No, you're good. My dodo brain don't have the live stream pulled up either, so hey, one way does another. Ooh, side by side going through the S's. That's Zachary Rongich and Dave Bear. Oh, the 23, is that Nick Rader?
That is Nick Rader.
Wow, okay. Having a drifting competition all by him lonesome going through the S's and even exiting. I still don't think he got that straight, Brian.
I don't think so, well.
Yes, my apologies about, I was here, but not here, if that makes any sense. It makes perfect sense to me because I was, but circumstances, Brian, circumstances. So Alex Kerr was the 15 truck that had its moment in the stadium section the last lap prior. 21 competitors here.
Pretty good.
BNR Truck Series always has. Oh yeah, last season we had what, 18, 19. It was 20, wasn't it? It was somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Currently leading this race, we have Brandon Moore over Sammy Archibald and Zach Deutscher in third place, followed by Zachary Royich in fourth position, Mike Slaughter in fifth. Slaughter's got Dave Barry, though, just chilling. Dave, he sometimes can have a late showing at these road courses. If I'm not mistaken, though, tonight we have a stage break at lap 5. So basically 10 laps to go. We're going to have a reset. Now, will caution laps count tonight, Brian, or
Yes.
what are we doing? Okay, 10-4.
It's just dirt where they don't count. So all of
I didn't know if you were 10-4. Yes, sir. So it must be 51 miles here tonight. 15 laps, 51 miles, I'm assuming.
Yep.
I wonder what that would have been with kilometers. It would have been a greater sounding number, eh? I'm assuming like 78 or no, 83.
Probably.
Yeah, that would have sounded. We could have done a little bit. We could have been like Major League Baseball and advertised it a lot better, eh?
Yeah.
And then it just it's nothing. It's just a big pop of a balloon. Hey, look at that! It is. You got 2 different WBLR Foundation trucks out there, if I'm not mistaken. You got Sammy Archibald in the Miami Vice themed WBLR Foundation truck. Pretty sure. No, it's not. Oh man, Archie throwing a curveball on me. I was all hyped, self-sponsoring these drivers, but then they showed me no love back. I'm just kidding. They do. Philip winning in what was that? The Xfinity Series?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Budweiser though. My apologies. I get so used to something for a couple of races, and then, man, I get my hopes up. Brandon Moore though, trying to pull away, but he's got a couple of hungry hounds that can be quick at a road course right behind him. Oh wait. Man, this is a good little battle for second place of Bruin, I'll tell you. Archie, we know historically, can't quite seem to put a full race together. Every now and again he can, but it seems like he always finds a oil slick patch or something and never can be there whenever it matters.
I know Sammy's
Hopefully.
pretty good at road courses, just like Brandon Moore.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I wish he could be there, finish one of these races strong, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Currently, though, I think everybody's just waiting till that stage break that we know is coming in just a couple of laps' time. We shouldn't have, we shouldn't see any green flag cycle pit stops, I don't think, Brian.
I don't know.
If I can remember right, it was like 17, 19 laps last time we did a 25-lap race here, remember? Because, what was it, 25, 30 laps? I think it was a 25-lap race, right? That we did here last time, and everybody pitted. I'm pretty sure it was, and everybody pitted. But unfortunately, we're not getting that distance here tonight, so which is fine. Nice little, as one man used to say, huh?
An F1 shootout.
Yeah, pretty much. As old wise man used to say at one time, hey, I'm pretty sure we could show them what we got in this amount of time, I'm not going to name any names, but oh man, Joe getting it crossed up a little bit there in turn 11, 10, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 10. Where's my handy dandy? I'm gonna find a handy dandy track map here. Hey, that's turn 11. Hey, look at that. Apparently we will have pit stops. Apparently green flag scheduled pit stops right before the stage break. So this is kind of a shocker. I wasn't kind of expecting to see this, but hey, it's a very welcome to sight nevertheless. Because, like I said, we got almost unexpected. I wasn't expecting after I saw the allocated laps for the race. I was just thinking that, it's going to be done and over with, done and dusted in a breeze. But some of these drivers at least, may be thinking that, hey, we do need to stop. I'm pretty sure. I thought it was like maybe 17, 18 laps, 20 laps maybe, but even then you could be cutting it just a little bit short, Brian, because if you're a hard charger per se, you could be just draining that fuel out just ever so slightly more than the ones that are back here like Pete Woodrum, JD O'Brien. Who else can I maybe find to point out? Maybe Troy Daggett, Brother Barry there, Mark Barry. Others like that who could just be lurking, just riding around. Even Xavion, for instance, Tyler Myers, Anthony Lane, just pick a name and they could just be chilling. So yes, pretty much everything is raced here from F1 to Superbikes, MotoGP. Rally racing has even raced here, Rallycross that is. I do know that. The Supercars has raced here. WEC, World Endurance Championship, IMSA, GT Challenge, Trans Am. You name it, it's raced here. IndyCar. Just imagine, IndyCar having a purpose-built facility in Texas, a closed-course purpose-built facility, and then, we're gonna put together a street circuit over there in Arlington, just outside of Dallas. Like, I just can't. I am, me, Brian. I'm a fan of, if you have a purpose-built racing facility, why not use it? But I guess that's just rant over with at the moment. But I mean, I guess I kind of see the purpose in it, but I also don't. So Rongich going to win the stage here this evening. Slaughter in second. Nick Rader, after having a drift competition to himself in the S's, he will get third. Mark Berry fourth, and Troy Daggett rounds out the top five. Let's get Rongich down here, if we can, up here, down here, over here, and ask him about what his strategy may be for the rest of this race. The little maybe 8 lap. Rongich. Oh, wrong person.
There he is.
Hey, Rongich.
Yes, sir.
So you are one of the many drivers to stay out here. We saw basically a split strategy, some drivers pitting, others like yourself staying out. Do we really need to pit here for tires, even for fuel? Is it a necessary cause? Do you think you can gain the track position back if you do pit, Rongich?
Yeah, I think I can gain it back. I don't know how many pitted, but I'm just gonna come take tires. I don't know what to expect here. It's my first time running it, and so I'm just gonna pit, take tires, and hope for the best. That's about it.
So the only ones that
I
I can tell you who pitted, which was Brandon Moore, Zach Deutscher, Archibald,
and Arch, yeah.
and Dave Barry got in by the skin of his teeth. So
Okay, so I
really,
might
those were the
lose.
only ones.
I'll go right back to really where I was before the stage. That'll
Correct.
be all right. Yeah.
And after basically whenever the green flag drops again, Rongich, are you going to be aggressive, knowing that there's only going to be limited time, maybe 8 laps or so left in this race? It's a long track, over 3 miles. Are you going to take your time, pick them off, patiently, or what?
Gonna see how the runs come. Just take them when they come and stick your nose in there, and hopefully it works out. But other than that, I don't really know. I think I'll just try to be patient, but then things happen in front of you, and you're like, "Well, I'll take it right here," and then you just start working your way. But we'll see. Those guys were fast up there, so.
Did you see Nick Rader on the opening laps basically be a drift competition all by himself in
Oh
the
yeah,
S's, or
yeah. I was
okay,
right
yeah.
behind him, and he hit a turtle, and it just went straight left. All I heard on the radio was, "Oh!"
Ha!
So,
Yeah, man,
yeah.
those turtles are dangerous. They'll really launch you, man.
Yeah, he keeps hitting them, so we'll see how he goes the rest of the
You
race.
gotta tell him to stay off those things.
Oh,
Those
you
turtles can
always
be brutal.
so many times.
It'll really upset the truck. It's worse
Oh,
than the
yeah.
next gen.
Yeah, you just catch air. That's yeah.
Exactly.
Your tires aren't on the ground and you ain't steering nothing. So just hold on.
Yes, Cowabunga.
Yes,
All right, Rongich. Well, best of luck to you. Thanks for chatting with us for the stage win. Kind of something new Brian started doing with the trucks this season at road courses. Give us a nice little breather and maybe even rack the deck again, so to speak. And best of luck to you, Rongich.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I've now started not to tell the drivers, hey, I don't want you to go. Don't leave me here with Brian. Type of mentality now. So it's like, oh no, I just want to talk to him forever, Brian.
So that'll put Brandon Moore, Brandon Moore, Wilshire, and I think all of them will stay out. Those who pitted.
Yeah, Archie as well. So unless he stays out. So along with Dave Barry, I think jumped Archie.
Yes, he got out in front of him because Archibald was caught up behind and Phillip pitted. I forgot about that. Archie got stuck behind the 33, and when Zach pulled out, which caused the 33 to have to use his brakes a little bit more than quite what he wanted. I think to be coming back to 7 to go, but that's alright. A 7 lap shootout will be alright.
Or I mean, we could just
Shrink it down.
is there no way to?
Yes.
Well, let's just do that. Let's just go back. Yeah, come on, chop. Get to it. I'm just kidding, we don't have to. But for the sake of, racing and getting back to, I'm just kidding. So. Like I said, you'd hate me as a race director.
Yes, sir.
If you want, you can jump down there and tell them if everybody pitted, if they want to switch it to one to go, they can.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Because they still got a long ways to go before they get to the start finish.
Yeah, they ain't even halfway done with this pace lap.
Good thing for Kyle to be here.
Right, Kyle Gooden, everybody doing the doing the Lord's work. Being a pit reporter and also administrator, pretty much. Gotta love it. What would we do if we didn't have a guy like Kyle? I tell you what. Everybody needs a Kyle, okay? Just like I wouldn't say everybody needs a Brian, but, most people, there's always going to be a Brian, okay? This is true. Look at one of my middle names, right? You're not getting away from it, right, Brian? Right. Okay, see, I'm starting to talk to myself at this point. It's okay, I also reply to myself, as we just heard. I'm not clinically insane, but...
Not yet. Almost.
No, not... Whoa, no. Anyway, so... See, our comic relief is different than Moon Cars. See, we don't need swearing to be funny, right?
Correct.
Nice.
We just do it naturally. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, you're right. True. That you have points. Good, valid points. It's like that Eminem song where he talks about Will Smith.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like, hey, I don't have to swear, but I do it because it's me. Like, Will does it because he wants to be kid friendly. Which there's people's kids and wives watching us, Brian. But then you're over there like, yeah, whoa, look at that. So you gotta. There's always a line that sometimes gets crossed, and you gotta just be like Kiki Hernandez and just say screw it sometimes, I guess. Hey, are we live? You always know whenever an athlete or a coach or someone asks, hey, are we live? You know what the words are about to come out their mouth be.
Oh, absolutely you do.
This is not Talladega.
It's very... And it's even funnier is when they pan the camera to them and they start cussing. Yeah, there they go. They're going to go back. One green this time. So Romulus will come out 6th.
I mean, if we wouldn't have done this, they would have been pacing for a whole nother lap, and we would have only had 6 to go. So, I mean, hey, it's okay. It's a lot better this way. Right?
Absolutely. But
Good.
it's just like I said, I think Kyle was here. Will, what does that say? Hold on.
Bubba Ray was on NXT?
Yep. Will's around the world get... I can't...
What happened?
I'm trying to read the back of Sammy's truck. It says, Will's around... Oh, the world get... Damn it. Get the help they need. Oh, Will's around the world. Get the help they need. Ay, oh, Sandy. Well, coming down this long stretch.
Yes, indeed, Brian. Nearly I want to say it is a kilometer, ain't it?
Yeah, I want to say.
I don't want to lie, but as you can tell with the track map, it's not...
Listen, once you figure it out, then you can let... Don't you
Yep.
me.
You know, it's not
I'm gonna go get some more
exactly
water. I'll be
straight.
right back.
Oh, like, get that
Well,
water.
it's not bent either, so it is straight for a little bit, and
Yeah,
then
for
it
a little
helps.
bit. And
All right, I'll be back.
it's kind of like what they classify turn 10 to be, that kink after the top of the hill. But, yeah, I guess that's a turn.
Okay, Mr. Bendy, I'm back.
Yes, sir. 7 laps to go. We're at the stripe. Once we creep around out of the stadium section, this triple right-hander, this triple apex of the right-hander here.
To all those who are watching, come on out, tune in with us, chit chat with us. We'll be glad to answer anything. Anything you want to talk about, Will's phenomenal for it. He loves to answer a lot of questions. He's the best at doing that. So
Yes, and don't forget we'll also... Oh, my bad, I thought you were... And don't forget we'll also be live yet again tomorrow night, SRU Xfinity Series. So, like you said, anybody wants to chat it up, ask questions away. If you ever have any questions about anything you're ever watching, feel free to just ask about. Green flag back out in the air waving. And what a heck of a restart by both lanes of traffic, Brian. As everybody gets up to the top of the hill, and a little bit of beating and banging going on, but not too bad. It's not like it's rock'em sock'em at the moment, so.
Oh, Dave Barry. You see there, well, Zach Ronget's got back to P3 after gaining 3 spots on that restart. Oh, Phillips off in the grass. They are all slipping and sliding.
Raider getting a bit slidey like you talked about. He's going for a look on the inside of Archibald. Archibald, though, slams the door on him. Outrageous racing here. Almost like some wacky racers going on. Oh, indeed. Looks like Bradford. Or was that Bradford? It was Bradford. Bradford, Alex Kerr, I think Anthony Lane there. Indeed, Anthony Lane. Oh, man. Oh, and now Phillip off in the stadium section, Brian. And he's just going to cut the corner that way, blending back in a little bit safer than what he would have if he would have just rejoined where he was already kind of parked. So, and then Anthony having a moment a little bit further back. Very easy to do right there, coming into that double left-hander into into that portion of the stadium section.
Boy, look at that cluster back here, huh? I see that coming.
Man, oh man, turn one really sets you up for some very interesting maneuvers at times, I tell you, Brian. Basically a hairpin at the top of the hill. Can the Yankees make this go to Game 5 of the World Series? It's 2-1. Only in the bottom of the third. What an outstanding game it looks like at the moment on paper. 2 runners on the
Yeah.
corners, 1 out.
At the moment, Will.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-oh. Something happened to Zach.
Oh, yes, Deutscher around out of turn 11. Gonna have to get a replay on that one. Coming into turn 11, does he just wheel hop into the corner? Oh, yeah, pretty much it looks like, right, Brian?
That's what it looks like, Will. Hard
And
on
these trucks
hard on the brakes, and then just locks up the rear. And then just couldn't get it planted down, I guess, and then around he went. That's right, we know how good he is at majority of the tracks.
Yeah, look at Giancarlo Stanton just swinging with his eyes closed, Brian.
Yes. That's
Is that how he
landing.
hits all those home runs?
Absolutely, he does.
Man.
He's good, ain't he?
It's just, he should have leaned into that like Rizzo. We could have got the bases loaded.
Right. That we could have, for sure. I'd like for them to do something, but brutal.
I don't think they're going to be.
So 5 to go. Brandon Moore still leading this thing. Does anybody have anything for Brandon Moore? If anything, I'm going to say Longich might be probably about the only one.
Yeah, I think Longich might have something for his.
They walked him.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, that was
Oh!
close. Yeah. That was about to be bad.
But luckily, Deutscher got on the binders and didn't, turn Archibald. So can Longich run down his RKR affiliate teammate there that fueled up RKR Motorsports Brandon Moore driver there in the 3 machine, Mike Skinner, as we normally call him over here in the BNR Truck Series. So
how about him? Anthony? Where is it? Oh, Sam.
Oh! Yeah, he went way wide and kind of bottomed his truck out, I think, there, getting off into the outskirts. And then, man, this battle here is just exciting. But I bet you both these drivers are just like, man. Oh, as you can see there, Deutscher may be getting a bit frustrated trying to put Archibald away. But Archibald, like we talked about, he's one tough customer whenever it comes to these road courses and any track where he can be fast at. Look at him just really kind of flow through the S's, but it hurt him. He's having to back up the corner exit. Deutscher really able to attack that part of the track right there.
Oh. You see there, Zach Deutscher is going to get it.
Down the back straightaway again for another time, going into turn 12. This time Deutscher might have the corner, but Archibald might try a cutback here. Oh, now there's 2 outs. Go figure.
A little bit behind.
How far behind?
Oh, there we go.
Man.
Yes. Volpe. That changed quick, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Anyway, free to go.
You got the World Series on, Mother?
No, I forgot I was on turn to it.
Well, Yankees just hit a grand slam. They're up 5-2.
Oh, you left.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Gal.
What a doink.
What? Oh. I forgot to mute my headset. Anyway. Oh, man.
That's great. That's perfect.
What is 2 laps to go at the line, Brian, this time by. And Rongich, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds back. From Brandon Moore. I don't know if Rongich can run down Brandon or not, but yeah, Brother Dave in 3rd position. I said keep an eye on Brother Dave. He normally can be a sneaky little road racer here. So Nick Rader in 4th. Zach Deutscher has taken that position in 5th away from Archie, and now Archie going to have a problem here coming soon, and that's Mike Slaughter. I don't know if Archie was still trying to use my initials or not, but he got them backwards, the final 2, so that's okay. Man, oh, he's still running wide. If I was a race director, I'd be giving him some warnings for track limits, but that's just me. Like I said, no one would like me being a race director.
Kyle's here. Kyle can tell the admins.
I was joking, Brian. But, Christopher Campbell, currently in 10th position. I'm just saying, for someone who is normally pretty quick on 1.5 miles or 2-mile tracks or something to that effect, normally a good oval racer, but to be setting 10th out of 21 competitors, you're halfway up the grid. That is an astounding feat for CC. So, big round of applause. If he was to finish in the top 10, man, he almost might be tied for driver of the race award, just saying. At the moment, I don't know who else would be, besides Rongich. He's up 11 positions. Who else would get driver of the race? So now that gap has opened up to over 3.25 seconds, Brian, from 1st to 2nd positions from Brandon Moore to Zach Rongich.
That has.
Oh! Oh, something wrong with Mike Slaughter here in the 14 machine. Does he just get it wrong going through the triple right-hander? I think he might have, or the double right-hander there.
Oh, Raider. There's the white flag is out.
Yes, indeed. White flag is out. Final lap around for everyone involved here tonight. All the BNR truckers. Brandon Moore leading them through the S's. This is the onboard shot that we have. Right as it panned away, as I called it, a shot. Lucas Gill on the mound at the moment. I believe, right?
Catch. Yep.
Okay. Man, he's throwing 50 pitches. Oof. Not bad, though, I guess. If he's okay. Still okay, yeah. Only one strikeout. Get him out of here! I'm just kidding. So, overall, Brian, pretty fantastic COTA race here.
Oh, yeah. Most part, a lot of excitement through the first turn on the restart and start of the race. Next week, they head to, I want to say it's Kansas.
Let's find Brandon Moore real quick. He's almost done with the lap. Yes, coming through the stadium section, there you can see the distance from him to Rongich, second place man Rongich in the 83 machine. You're right, Kansas is next week, but we are off next week, Brian, so... Oh, man, Paul Lawson in the 42. No, we're not?
No, they're going all the way.
Oh, okay.
The next off
My
will
apologies.
be Christmas and New Year's.
Okay. Brandon Moore takes the victory here tonight as I have a Mike Joy moment. As Zachary Rongich gets second, and Brother Dave Barry bringing it home, rounding out the final podium positions. Man, where was this Yankees team like Friday? Man. Brandon Moore burning it down, celebrating here tonight at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Oop, I don't think that's a double play, Brian.
Yeah, it is. Shh. That's a double.
Oh, okay. I don't know. So, let me see here. Zach Deutscher in fourth position. And Samuel Archibald in fifth, Nick Rader sixth, and Mike Slaughter seventh, Mark Berry eighth position, Troy Daggett ninth, Christopher Campbell 10th position. Wonderful for Chris. Oh. No, I don't think so. I think Philip got Chris on the final lap, Brian.
He did.
Oh, Oh man, but nevertheless, still wonderful job by Chris in 11th position. Pete Woodrum 12th, J.D. O'Brien 13th, Josh Small 14th, Tyler Myers 15th, Anthony Lane 16th, Joe Stipe 17th, Aaron Bradford AB 18th, Alex Kerr 19th, Paul Lawson 20th, and Xavier for some reason did not finish the race in 21st position.
Well, I guess we can talk to Dave.
Yes, indeed. See, I told you they didn't rule that in. Hey, brother Dave, how you doing tonight? Oh, that was Kyle leaving. My bad. I got all excited. I heard a noise and I thought it was him entering. Hey, but it's Dave now. So, Dave, just tell us about being uber consistent enough to just finish on the podium here.
That's about all you could do is just try to keep it on the track. 111 degree track temperature made it so slick out there. Couldn't hardly take a corner. So, yeah, just keeping it smooth, keeping the egg, under the pedal right, and just trying to be as smooth as possible. That's all you could do.
Yes, sir. Which part of the track, because I know there's like 20 turns here, did you thought was the most difficult?
Dave,
Yeah, I didn't get the question. It broke up.
what part of the track did you find most difficult, Brian said?
Basically, the infield was probably the most. The slower corners just seemed like they were just so slick. You just had to feather it going through and to try to keep as much traction as possible. So that was really my biggest area of. I tried to lift early for braking. I didn't want to, overheat my tires. So yeah, just maybe majorly the infield.
Dave, next week will be Kansas Motor Speedway back to the mile and a halves, and we know how strong you can be at the mile and a halves at times. What could be the battle plan going into Kansas?
Just try to qualify inside the top 5 like usual. That's just something that I try to do, and shoot for a podium. But this group is so good that getting inside a top 10 these days is just that's a blessing. So just try to have a smooth race, trying to finish with no incident points and stuff like that is always my goal. So that's what I'll be shooting for next week.
10-4. Best of luck to you next week. Final thoughts, shout outs, anything else you'd like to add before we let you go?
I just want to congratulate Brandon and Zachary on a good run tonight. Brandon had us covered for sure, which is normal here. He likes these slick tracks. So, and I know there was some fast guys behind me. I know Zach had an issue. Nick and Sam had issues. So those issues helped me. So that's, I knew that they were faster, but if I just had to stay consistent. So just giving you guys a shout out for the broadcast, BNR, for the Racing League, Brian, for everything you do there. And I guess we'll catch y'all next week. And congratulations to Mark on another top 10.
Yes, sir. Catch you next week. Well, that was Dave Barry coming home P3. Now, P2 finisher, Zachary Rongich. He won the stage. Hey, Zach, how you doing? Back again in the booth with us?
Yes, sir.
So, like you talked about, you were just biding your time. You were working through getting back up there to maybe battle with Brandon, but you wasn't quite able to run him down. What more could you need?
Well, I was faster than him in the S's. I just needed to get around Zach faster. He stretched it out a little bit too far, and he was better than me in the second half. Basically, all the ones that led to a long straightaway, so he could just carry it the whole way. Then I'd feel like I'd gain a little bit, and then it'd stretch, and then by too little, too late. I feel like I got pretty close the first lap. when I was in second, but I slipped my tires pretty bad, and then that was pretty much all she wrote. But I'll take it. It's my first time running this track, and it was fun. It was really fun, but just lost too much grip. I needed to just be closer to at least because if you're closer, you don't push it as hard. You can see where you're at and kind of do things opposite based off of what the person in front of you is doing. And when you're just trailing like that, you're just going where you think, and it's just not as easy to, at least, especially when you apply pressure, you can make someone make a mistake or whatever. And Brandon did when I first got to second. He made a mistake, and I just didn't capitalize on it.
Talk about what we could be in store for next week at the mile and a half at Kansas, that D-shaped oval.
Yeah, just hopefully the top comes in, create some passing. I don't know if it will too much, maybe on some old tires, but it's actually a good track. A lot of grip. Different things you can do to at least create momentum. But I don't expect too much of somebody pulling away from anybody. So, but it'll be a fun race.
Yes, sir, indeed, Rongich. So, final thoughts, shout-outs, anything before we let you go celebrate this P2 finish?
Shout out you guys for what you do. This is fun. It's fun to be back chasing Brandon, and yeah.
All right, yes, sir. Well, best of luck to you next week at Kansas, and hopefully we'll be talking to you then.
All right.
And also tomorrow.
Yep. See ya.
Later.
Brandon Moore now, our race winner. We'll finally get him in here and question him how he did it here tonight in the Wheaties Mobile. Brandon
Cheated a little
Moore.
bit. He was cutting the track through
What's
the
up?
S's.
Brian said you were cheating, Brandon. Is that true, Mike Skinner?
Cheating? No, it is not true. I
Okay.
do not accept that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. So,
Brandon actually likes his road courses. He's always done.
I do like my road courses
He did-
sometimes.
Well, that, and it depends on the track, I notice. It really depends on the track. Sometimes
I
it
was
takes
debating on the
Brandon-
couch earlier. I'm like, am I going to run this tonight, or am I just going to just kind of chill? And I'm like, I'll go run. Maybe we'll go run top 5.
And look, you did.
Place was slick.
Slippy
I
slide.
feel like I was roasting marshmallows out there on the last couple laps there. They wasn't nothing left of them tires. They just goop.
That's right.
how'd you pull it out to a over 3.5 second lead at the end of this race over Rongich there? We thought maybe Rongich might run you down. It'd be a tight knit battle, but because of the hot temperature of the track and everything, it seemed like that might have been the determinant factor of why Rongich wasn't quite able to run you down per se, and just you being uber consistent, nailing these slow rhythm speed corners, right? Especially in the stadium section, down to a T. And especially that's what Dave said. Dave said you're just so well and just so well rhythmed in the slow sections, and that's really where you can gain so much time if someone just kind of slips up so easily, right?
Yeah, this place is pretty technical. It's got a lot of technical sections. You really have to nail each and every corner in the rhythm sections, because I mean, as soon as you throw yourself out of rhythm, you know, you're out of position for the rest of the corners. So I mean, I even found it useful to go slower than what you think you should go. That way you could just have a good rhythm throughout that section, especially in the infield and the S's. You had to really nail, you know, each and every corner to get set up for the next one. And the main thing was, of course, keeping the rears on it, not overdriving the the really sharp corners, and not roasting the tires off. But yeah, Rongich was coming there, and I just kept looking at my relative, and I was like, he's like right there. And I was thinking to myself, well, if you keep looking at your relative, you're gonna make a mistake. So I turned that thing off, and I just put eyes forward and locked in, and just kept focused on what the goal was ahead of me on keeping the car straight, and making as consistent fast laps as I could.
And consistency is always the key, especially on a road course when you got to keep it on the island per se, keep it between the lines, and you don't want to get too far off on the runoff areas, right? Make it look
Yeah,
like an F1
because
or.
all it takes is one slip. I mean, you're
Oh, yeah.
thinking, when he was at his closest, I think he was within, 2 seconds. If I
Mhm.
slip and drive one corner, I mean, he's right there. I mean, literally right there. And then you've got pressure all over your tailgate, and then you're really going to be messing up. So you just really got to just eyes forward and kind of zone everything else. Just battle the track.
And tell us about how you may be able to carry this momentum from COTA to one of the better D-shaped mile and a halves, Kansas Motor Speedway.
Kansas is a pretty good track. I've always enjoyed Kansas. A lot of different grooves, a lot of grip. Run the top, run the bottom. Maybe do top one end, bottom one end. Just trying to get some kind of rhythm to carry the momentum to be able to pass. You won't see any stretched out leads like you've seen tonight. It should be pretty drafty. Main thing is to just be smart. Don't put in any kind of awkward 3 wide situations, and maybe you'll come home in the top half of the field.
Yes, sir, indeed. So, any final thoughts, shout-outs, anything before we let you go celebrate finally?
I just want to go ahead and thank all the drivers who came out to show up. I think we had about 20 drivers tonight, which is really good for the road course. Appreciate everybody. Good job to all the front runners there. Both Zach's, David, Sam also had a really good run. And then, looking forward to next week, and maybe we can have similar results. Maybe another Mike in the booth. Who knows?
Yes, indeed. Never can tell, especially with Mike Slaughter out there slaughtering the competition from time to time.
Just gotta make sure I eat my Wheaties, and I'll be here.
Exactly.
So if I'm not here, I didn't eat the Wheaties.
Oh man, gotta have the most important meal of the day. They say it's
Absolutely.
breakfast. So anyway, catch you next week. Hopefully, Brandon, or maybe Sunday or some other day. You never can tell. Monday. So until we meet again, Brandon. Hopefully, you have a good night.
All right, you all do the same. Appreciate everybody. Thanks all the people watching, and good night.
Good night, buddy.
And Brian, that'll do it for myself and you and everybody coming out, tuning in, all the drivers being a part of this race. Thank you. Without them, we wouldn't be able to put on this show for you guys to come in and tune in and watch and every now and again talk about. So until we meet again tomorrow night, same bat channel, different bat time, just have a wonderful and safe good night.